Hi guys, welcome back to another demo. Today I have for you this Sigma distributing ceiling fan. That is really all I know about it, is that it is labeled Sigma distributing, and I'll probably show you the tag when I go in for the close-up. And I might as well just do that right now so I can get this on the road, because the fan does take a little bit to speed up. So I did do some work on it. I don't know how much I mentioned in the little short that I did because I was limited to a minute. But this canopy was from a Westinghouse canopy kit, and then I painted it in the closest matching color. And it definitely doesn't match perfectly, but it's not that bad. And then I added the pinstriping back along here because I felt like that was necessary to make it look good. And then I also did the can lid as the switch cap, which worked out really good. That looks terrific. And then the only other things I'll mention is as you can see that is some gold finish in there. Obviously, it's not real gold. I'm not really too sure how they did that, whether they put stickers in there, if there's just a little thin sheet of metal in there, I don't know. And then this pull tassel actually did come with the fan, so I just threw it back on. So yeah, overall though, I really do like the way this fan looks. It turned out terrific. And then there's a tag somewhere up here. I'm trying to find it. It's probably going to be on this side then. Yep, there it is. Of course, it's right above one of the blades. I hope you guys can read that. But yeah, that's the tag. And now I'll go ahead and put you guys back in the tripod. And then I can go ahead and get this started. It apparently moved when I took it out because it's not the same spot as before. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like to keep the whole fan in frame. Anyways, I'll go ahead, turn it on low. This fan does look very similar to those Edison Toastmaster type ceiling fans, you know, the ones. And I said that when I first got it. Me and Dan called it that, and someone commented on the short saying that as well. So, yeah. And I really do love the look of those fans, so that does make me like this fan quite a bit. Does have a bit of a motor hum. I haven't really heard it until now, and the fan is still speeding up. It's got a ways to go. I honestly feel like this fan probably would have been better suited for variable speed. And it also is a very weak fan. It's not very powerful. So anyways, I did get this fan from Dan Newman. So the story starts with a couple free Emersons, both a plastic designer and a K63 turn of the century, one of the ornate ones. I believe he's recorded both of them. Anyway, so yeah, these were posted for free on Marketplace. And I had my dad message because he was cool with going to pick them up. But the seller said they weren't available. And so that means that someone else got them. Now, what I didn't realize is that I don't know what he did. It's not really my business to know. But Dan was able to convince them to hold the fans until he got there, which is awesome. I mean, that right there is a pretty awesome seller. I'm sure there's plenty of us collectors who dream of being able to have a seller hold some stuff until we can get to the area that we're planning on going to in like a few weeks or months. I don't remember how long before it was that he came here, but yeah. So anyways, when he went to grab them, he told me that they offered him this fan as well, and he just took it. And then once we got here, he offered it to me, and I wasn't going to say no because it was another fan. And I'm quite glad because these definitely don't seem to be too common. I've literally never heard of Sigma before in my life. So yeah, I really don't know too much about this fan. It is a 36-inch, but assuming that the tag was in focus, I'm sure you know that because it did say 36-inch ceiling fan on it. Anyways, no, I think I can go ahead and turn it up. I think it's gotten up to the speed. But yeah, this fan is definitely not a good performer. I feel like it could benefit from some blade pitch. It's definitely got the same sounds as some of those Edison Toastmaster fans do. And I really do like how the shiny, I'm just going to call it brass or the gold. But yeah, I love how the gold really looks when the fan is spinning because it almost blurs together as one. Anyways, that is medium speed. I'm not going to go ahead and turn it up to high. That's high. It's got a little bit of a shake, but nothing really terrible, nothing that I'm concerned about. Still definitely got a hum going on. So I'd say it's about at full speed now. It's really not a good performer. It doesn't move any air. And I'll move in for the close-up now so you can maybe hear some wind noise. There's probably not going to be a lot from this fan. Yeah, it's pitiful. This is literally the worst fan I own. But I really do like the way it looks, though. Anyways, now I'll go ahead and shut it off. And I'm glad that I actually made it through a demo without the AC turning on. I've had a whole bunch of outtakes where it turns on, and this one, I wondered if it had an interesting motor noise, and I'm glad that I kept doing retakes until I was able to get it like this, because yeah, the fan does actually sound pretty cool. And if it doesn't turn on by the time the fan's spun down, I'm going to see if this one's got a cool startup sound to it, because I do know that a lot of the Edison Toastmaster ones have some really cool sounds, or startup sounds. But anyways, yeah, I am very thankful that Dan gave me this fan, because I really do love the way it looks. It's a beautiful fan. I do find it quite interesting how wide the blades are on it. That is something that always did intrigue me with this fan. But yeah, if anybody has any information on Sigma, or if they've seen a fan that looks exactly like this one, I've looked on YouTube and I can find one exactly like this, but if you think you found one, feel free to put in the comments, the link that is, or just tell me who uploaded it and I can probably go find it myself. But yeah, anything that you have would be appreciated. And now that the fan has stopped, it does stop quite abruptly. I didn't think the bearings needed work, but someday they might. But because I just put the pinstriping on, it's definitely not going to be a priority. Anyways, let me go quickly take you guys out of here. And then I will go, let's go see if this thing is a startup sound. I haven't even tried this for myself. I guess let me just try to focus it if I can. There we go. I think it's up to full speed. It definitely doesn't sound as cool as the other ones, but still got a bit of an interesting noise. And my one complaint with the fan is really air movement. I mean, in certain spots, if I move across here, you'll probably get some at some point if I like move in. Yeah, right about where I am now, I think there's some, but the distribution just isn't very good with this fan either. But anyways, yeah, that is about all I've got to say and do with this fan. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.